YouTube, what's going on? So we have a new hero in Last Shelter. I know. I've got a lot of questions, comments, concerns about this hero. So let's talk about her today. The new hero is Ada, base manager Ada. So she's a Fearless Legion ranged general attributes hero. If you go to acquisition method, currently there is no way to unlock her, but most likely it'll just be in like a regular hero pull stuff, just like your regular hero. So she is just an orange hero, just like all the other orange heroes before you start Eden. So she's mostly applicable to new heroes, or rather to new players, excuse me, or new states. So if you don't care about that, you can just click off the video. But I'll be explaining her, talking about if she's good or not, and then if you should use her if you're a new player. Now, the OG players or older players will remember that the Undertaker was actually a new hero introduced way, way, way after. We were probably in, well into Season X by the time Undertaker got released. It'll be similar to that, where she just kind of appears one day in the recruitment pools. Now, obviously, Undertaker is, a zombie hero, but whatever. Ada is basically just a regular hero. So she's like, Iron Guard, Reaper, Dawn Guardian, Shoot a Man, whatever. She is a general attributes hero, just like all those other heroes. Militant, Razor, and Iron Guard, or whatever his name is, are the only like special ones in the orange hero category. But she's pretty much like Dawn Guardian or Shoot a Man. Now, Shoot a Man is widely considered one of, if not the best, orange heroes, period, currently. So we'll take a look at him, and then we'll kind of compare it to Ada. So Shoot a Man's second ability basically does around 200 damage. So it's pretty much 250 times 2 times 0.4. It's basically 200 damage, a little bit more, but let's just say 200. His fifth ability, 130 times 2 times 0.8. Pretty much again around 200. It might be like 210 or whatever. You can do the math if you want. 667 times 0.5 with a one-turn prep, so another 0.5, basically 200 damage again. So you can pretty much just average all of these to 200 damage every single round. That's just the average. Now, obviously, if you're really, really lucky, he can do a lot higher damage. If you're unlucky or just regular luck, he won't. So his ceiling is very, very high, but his floor is very, very low. He has pretty low chances on some of his skills. So yeah, if you just get super lucky, I mean, yeah, Shooter Man can do really, really well. Ada is kind of the opposite. Ada has some really high skill chance, so 100%, but she has pretty low damage. So I mean, here we have 220% damage basically, but she also gains, or rather deals, 20% more damage for 2 rounds. Now, this will pretty much always be there because it's a 100% chance, which is really, really strong. 20% more damage at this level with the just, generic orange heroes is actually a lot. Just the way damage works. If you look at the, Hopeness Lab or whatever, the polymer stuff, damage is a really good stat, and getting 20% is really, really strong. So Ada just having it in her kit is nice. So here we have 220 more than Shooter Man's. Again, if you're super lucky with Shooter Man's, his is in fact more than Ada, but Ada also gets that 20% more damage. Ada's fifth ability is fairly weak. So it's 0.5 times 400, so 200, and then another 0.5. Now, this isn't obviously how the math works, but, just very simple math that I can do in my head. It basically, she does, this skill averages to 100 damage a turn. So not great. So we have 220 plus 20. We'll deal with the additional damage after. So 220, 100, and then her 8th ability here is also pretty low damage. I mean, it's 115 times 3, so 360, but it's a 70% chance. So, basically like 250 with a 1 round of prep. So we go down to let's just say 150 damage. Every round, averaged out. However, she also does reduce their damage by 5%. This only lasts for 2 rounds. You should have it up the majority of the time just because of the chance is fairly high. So overall, she does, on average, less damage. Again, we do have to consider the 20% more damage, though. Is 20% more damage enough to make up? It's hard to know without actually like utilizing her, but I would say it's pretty much, I don't know. She's basically even with Shoot a Man. Now, she does reduce enemy damage by 5%, and it's all enemies, which is fairly good. That's essentially 15% damage reduction, which probably puts her a little, or like gives her a little bit of an edge on Shoot a Man. Now, I would use them both. Basically, why wouldn't you? At this point, probably like the best orange hero or like basic APC is probably Destroya in the front. He's really, really strong. Or Forsaken One in the front row. Followed by likely Ada in the middle, and then Shoot a Man. That's probably how I would do it. Yeah, maybe Forsaken One. Because again, he has some debuffs and things, and that would stack with Ada, which could be pretty cool. So yeah, maybe Forsaken One, Ada, and then Shoot a Man. I don't know, something like that. I don't think it's really that important, for 90% of people, but I figure for the 5% of people, at least having that APC is quite good. Destroya being the other really, really strong tank here. Let's say you don't have Shoot a Man. That's okay. You can do the same thing with Dawn Guardian, or just use a support hero like Reaper or Arsenal with Ada. So that's going to be my suggestions. Warhound is pretty much the worst orange hero in the game. Yeah, that's about it. But we'll see when she comes out. We'll see, how to actually get her. Maybe there's some fancy way to get her. I mean, it's hard to tell, right? But I assume, just like when Undertaker came out, she'll just be in the regular old recruitment pools. Meaning, if you just go to recruit, and she'll just be in this pool, and you can just, get her if you're lucky. I guess theoretically you can get her here as well in the purple and even in the blue, but the chance is like, I don't even know, 0.0001. So yeah, that's what I expect. Actually, let me just check. Okay, so you actually can't get Undertaker in the blue. Can you even get her in the purple? No. Okay, so that's kind of weird. So maybe I guess she's only in the gold. Oh well, I guess we'll find out. Undertaker is a little bit special because she is that zombie killer hero. So maybe it's different. But yeah, we'll have to see. Potentially, Ada will also get a skin. Most likely, she'll get a skin. It's probably going to be pretty worthless unless you're like within the first month of the game, I guess. But hey, who knows? Anyway, guys, that's about it on Ada. She seems to be all right. Again, I would pretty much just put her on the same page as Shoot a Man, which is good. Which is really, really good. Again, Shoot a Man's probably the best orange hero in the game. So if Ada is on that level or nearly at that level, that's pretty, it's solid. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Again, I had a lot of questions on Ada, so hopefully this helps answer it. For 99% of you guys, it's just another hero, I guess, on Hero Day, basically, to level up. So, anyway, guys, hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.